I know it's been a week. Lots happened in a week. I got sick. And I'm starting to get a little bit better off of it, but still a little clogged up. But we're getting clear. But welcome to this 4x4 Friday. Uh, October 24th, 2025, episode 328 of D-Lo Show. Oh man, the World Series has interesting. It's just like a rap beef now. Who knew? We had to be a little late. We had the Dodgers. They made the World Series. They swept the Milwaukee Brewers. And it's funny, huh? I guess Shohei must have heard me speak Japanese when Yoshinobu Yamamoto pitched a complete game. And he was like, my brother, can you do the same for me? He must have been impressed by the Japanese and said, I need this brother to speak Japanese for me too. And in a 5-1 game, on game 4 to win the series, Shohei, he showed out. He went 6 strong, 10 strikeouts. He walked 3 guys and only gave 2 hits. but he was but he hit 3 for 3 for 3 home runs. Yes. All perfecto. And he drew a walk too. So that was wild. But that was the first time we ever seen that type of stuff. And to go to the World Series, that's a double whammy. With 5-1, the Dodgers won, prevailed that, sweeping the Brewers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, last time we remember, they brought the big guns. They brought the big unit, Randy Johnson. I'm like, bro, you gotta bring out what's that guy? Where Griffey at? I was like, where Griffey and them boys at? And Seattle took a 3-2 lead. After Friday, won 6-2. They had to go get one more win in Toronto just to get to the World Series. Just one. Just gotta get one. Couldn't do it on Sunday. Won. Y'all lost that was 6-2. Same game y'all won 6-2 on that game 5. And then game 7, it was looking good for them in the first few innings. They was up 3-1. Julio Rodriguez hit a home run. Same with Josh. Well, Julio Rodriguez got in the lead. Cal Rye hit a solo shot in the 5th. They was up 3-1. And their pitch was doing pretty well. I think Curry was doing pretty solid. But you gotta go to the bullpen early. And once you go to that bullpen early, that can operate some problems. And that problem was solved by Mr. George Springer. He knows a few things about solving problems. And he hit a 3-run bomb. They stretched in the 7th inning, and they took a 4-3 lead. And Jeff Hoffman shut it down. Their bullpen shut them down the rest of the way. They was able to win them 4-3. And for the first time since 1993, Toronto Blue Jays have made the World Series. I wasn't even an idea in '93 when Toronto went back to the World Series. I think that's the one Joe Carter hit the game winner one and sealed the deal. Well, walk off to win the World Series, which is probably the toughest thing I've heard. I'm like, okay, that's impressive. The only thing up is Game 7, which I think the Pirates did back in 61, 62, one of those years. Well, that's probably the only most iconic one. If you do it in Game 7 to walk it off, that's legendary stuff. I ain't gonna lie. But Joe did that back in '93. And Drake and Kendrick, I hope y'all some baseball fans. I think Kendrick's an Angels fan. If he a Dodgers fan, I ain't never seen him. I know Dodger memorabilia for real. But I know Drake. Well, they got two. They got Drake, and then they got Bieber. They got Bieber. I think Bieber's about to come to the game. They gotta invite Justin Bieber to the game. Son, they gotta do something like They can't just be Drake. I know you're not gonna get the people from the grassy because they're littered all over the place. But do something. But anyway, you have two nations, Canada versus U.S. LA, top the seas in their respective countries. going along in the World Series. I guess you would call it the World Series. All right. Either way, the Blue Jays are gonna be hosting. They got the home court, a home field, thanks to the All Star game. And you know what? That would be the one thing I think could be the change it to the NBA and all the All Stars if they had stakes with it, like they do on baseball. Whoever wins the All Star game, they get home court advantage. I think the same thing should apply. But wait a minute, NL won though, so whatever. Either way, we got Toronto hosting the Dodgers. We have Trey Savage. He's on the mound for the Blue Jays. He's 2-1 this postseason, 4.20 ERA, 15 innings, 22 strikeouts in his debut in the postseason. He's doing good. And on the sides, Dodgers ace Blake Snell. He's 3-0 this postseason, a .86 ERA, 21 innings, 28 strikeouts. Zilla. That's very new because I don't understand that. I'm going to go to the Dodgers. Otani's son impressed me. So, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm not only mad. I'm not only mad that Toronto's in because at least they hate the Yankees or the Red Sox. So Toronto, if you're going to come here to this far, you might as well finish the job. You know, do it for the boys in Montreal, as the Expos would say. And no Expos fans would be like, "Oh my God, you mentioned the Expos." Yeah. But yeah, you see crazy now, huh? So, all right, let's go. I'm gonna just name scores from last week. The Bungles beat the Squealers 33-31 thanks to Cannon Toten Joe. Ha! He still owes them squealing fuckers. So he does. The Rams blew out the Jaguars 35-7. I'm glad, you know what? At least LA fans got to wake up at 6 a.m. to watch their Rams at, to watch stat stuff and Stafford throw 5 touchdowns and had to go over 200 yards. And Devontae scored 3 of them things. Thank you. Bears beat the Saints 26-14. Why not trying to troll us with that little? I see it, but we're I don't know why, but we're familiar, fellas. We play down to the same style. We both are known for our defenses, and then we have an eccentric quarterback that can run his tail off. Well, y'all been had the last 2 months of Fields, and now you got Caleb. Either way, they won 3 straight now. The Browns blow out the Dolphins 31-6. Tua got benched. He threw 3 picks, was sharing all over the place. And Quinshawn Junkins had 3 rushing TDs. Trifecta. Congrats. Patriots blew out the Titans 31-13. Feel like the old days. And the Patriots are 5-2. Drake May, he's been toting. I'm liking the improvement that he's been doing this sophomore year. He's doing good. He's doing really good. Eagles eke past the Vikings 20-22. I think that was a touchdown, but I guess they look at the replay enough. It must that tip, the front tip must have been on the floor for them to return it back because it looked clear from the angles we was watching. But I guess it touched the turf when he was rolling over. It looked clean, but I don't know, cause there be some catches where I think there was one with Kelsey where he caught it and the ball touched the ground, but he still held on it, and it looked similar, but the only difference was TJ did like a little mini scorpion kip up land handstand on his helmet for like a few seconds, then rolled over. It looked clean to me, but what do I know, pal? And Devontae Smith, good grief, 190 yards receiving was an animal. Panthers beat the Jets 13-6. Justin Fields got smacked out the wazoo and he got smacked into on the bench. Because Tyrod Taylor presumably is going to start. Because it looked like he's going to start. I mean, how Fields looked, he didn't look like himself after that hit, and they took him out, and it was like, you know, what, Tyrod, come on, we need you. Shout out to Tyrod. Uh, Colts beat the Chargers 38-24. Colts are 6-1. Wait a minute, man. Is there's no Peyton Manning there, right? No Andrew Luck there, right? No. Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones. My golly word. All you had to do is get out of New York City. That's all you need to do. Shout out to that. Shout out to him. Uh, Golly, Cowboys blow out the Commanders 44-22. I haven't heard from my commander friend in days. He's in a bad mood because of this game. But fan, and they get even worse to this one because Jaden Daniels got hurt. He injured his hamstring. Oh no. So that's not good. I hope that he's not too serious, but happens. And George Pickens just rubbed his sack all over the Commanders. Mainly Marshawn Lattimore, but all the Commanders sacking door, especially that last drive at the end of the half. My word. I was like, oh, God. Y'all getting cooked. All right. But Packers beat the Cardinals 27-23. You had me nervous at the line, coach, but then you won at the end. Thank goodness. We needed that. Chiefs pitch a shutout against the Raiders 31-0. That was very easy because the Chiefs are the Chiefs and the Raiders are the Raiders. And it's funny how when I was younger, the Chiefs and the Raiders were kind of close. Like the Raiders were ass, and the Chiefs they were slightly not. They were slightly above better than the Raiders, but they were kind of ass. This when they was having like Trent Green and Dwayne Bowe and Brody Croyle and those guys, Matt Castle. They had a couple of guys like Eric Berry, of course, but they was kind of shitty. But they could give you 5 wins. The Raiders couldn't give you 4. But either way, and it's funny how things didn't change for the Chiefs when I got into high school, but when the Raiders are still the same. They've been asked my whole life. I really haven't asked my whole youth. Okay? And they by 2-5. Oh boy. But the Chiefs, Rasheed Rice came back from his suspension. He's looking pretty good out there. Now they look a little loaded now, and I'm like, all that speed. I'm glad we already faced him already and got him out the pathway. Now, if someone else can take him out the pathway for the playoffs, we need a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. And the comeback of all comebacks. We had a comeback of all comebacks, the Giants and the Broncos. The Broncos down 19 nothing, 26-8 with 5 minutes to go. You think it's over, right? No, Bo Nix was perfect. Oh, so perfect. And he led the orchestrated that comeback. And the game winning damn ski by Will Lutz gets him to win 33-32. Gas. Whew. Giants. I thought y'all was turning a new leaf. Y'all got Jackson Dog, you got Scatterboo, you feel me? Y'all got, I know your neighbors ain't there no more, and he still hasn't had surgery yet, because that knee just swelled up like a balloon. But good grief, y'all look worse than us. I ain't think I see that. I thought we was the one that blew the lead horribly, but y'all might have taken that cake. Thank God. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, and then shout out Bo Nix. You will start for the rest of the season in my other leagues. Uh, Lions beat the Buccaneers 24-9. Lions play good defense on that game. They play really good defense. Arthur Marlette got a pick. What? He was always a dime guy, right? I think dime maybe nickel, but he got a pick. I was like, what? And then you got Rocky Sin over there. He got hurt too, but even still, they play some good defense. They play really good defense on Baker. And Mike Evans, my guy, I hope he get well because he tried to go for the catch and he landed hard on the turf, and he was down for a minute. And then came out that he had a broken clavicle, gonna be out for most of the year. So that streak of 1,000 looked like it's over, Buckaroo. But still, at least he still has his dignity, and he got down his resume. So can't impossible. And I think the last one I didn't get was the other Monday night games. This is their last doubleheader. The Seahawks and the Texans. Seahawks won 27-19. Jackson Smith Najee, you must have must have heard about the legend Bernardino Loganovich, cause damn, that man is racking up yards like it's no business. And he hung, and he hung on that on the field goal post on that yam. I see you on there, and he got and they flat and the ref threw. He got. And then the funniest thing is that the highlight thing to show the highlights of the game, they had that as the thumbnails. Hey, haven't have an eye time. I'm like, huh? But you look at that, you find a man and throw the flag, but gonna use him as a dog on thumbnail. Ain't that some shit? Either way, part guys, game is game. The game is the game. Either way, game is game, and that's all the games. We did good this week, 10-5. We did pretty good this week. We did really good. We did really good this week, fellas. We're trying to catch ourselves up, and we had a good start to this week because the Chargers and the Vikings. Good grief, it got ugly from the get go. The Chargers came out first drive, boom, boom, already in. I'm like, damn, I just turned the game on. What the? I just game boom, boom, boom down there like that. Like, well, good grief. Well, dang, I didn't think anything was gonna like touchdown. Woo. Vikings get the ball, 3-and-out. Boom, boom, they're done. Second touchdown in the first quarter, Kamani Vidal, 14 zip. It's ugly. I'm like, it's not gonna be good already. Then then what's the thing? I can get the damn things. All right. Then Riker get on the Dansky. Then at the end of half, uh, Lab McConkey get a 27-yard down from Justin Herbert. He threw that in perfect spot. Made it 21-3 at the half. It was 24-10 at the end of fourth, at the end of third, thanks to a Dicker Dansky and Addison from Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz threw a lot last night. He was doing a lot. But he got that one touchdown and it was 24-10. And they just add touchdown to the lead thanks to Herbert finding Trey Harris and two Dicker Damskis to make it 37-20 and a victory for the Chargers. Justin Herbert was good. He was solid. 18-25, 227, 3 TDs and a pick. Kamani Vidal, 23 carries, 117 yards, and a TD. Delicious. And Herbert was out there scrambling too. 62 yards on the ground as well. Yeah, 200 yards as a team total. 207 total. Atlanta McConkey, 6 for 88 yards in the TD. Oronde Gadsden the second, 5 for 77 in the TD. Keenan Allen, 4 for 44. Vidal, 1 for 10. And Trey, 2 for 8. And they had 5 sacks for the defense. They had 2 from Justin Ibiagbe, 1 from Oway. Back-to-back games, this man had a sack. Scheme. It's all about the schemes. Tuio Polutu with a sack, and Khalil Mack, of course, the veteran Hall of Famer, Khalil Mack, of course. He has now 110 in his career. Nice. 110 and a half to be exact. Nice. And then got a pick from RJ Mickens, who took the place for Derwin James because he got hurt in this game, and so did Tony Jefferson. So he got the extra burn, and he made most of it by having awareness. That helps get you a lot of PT, my friend. As for the Vikings, Carson Wentz, he went through a lot. 15-27, 140-14, and pick. I say that because he got, not just because he got sacked 5 times, but one of the throws, I think was thrown to Jefferson. He threw it. He hit his hand on, I think it was Khalil Mack's helmet, like the helmet, the mask, like the front where the cage is at. He hit his hand on that, and that like it hurt. I was like, ooh. I was like, yeah, of course it'll hurt because you hit your hand on wherever that is. That however he was fast throwing it, just regular. And like fuck, and it was affecting him. You could see it was affecting him throughout the rest of the night. He would look back at it like my freaking hand, like what the hell? Like he was trying to shake it. No, it felt like I could see how he was going through that pain. Like damn. And they was trying his hardest to try to make him finish it, but he was like, fam, I can't feel my hand, bro. This shit hurt my elbow. He got hit and landed. I was like, my elbow, my hand, what the fuck? He was getting angry. He was going through it. I was like, damn, cuz. It's like, damn, cuz. That man been going through it. Shit. he was, yeah, he had himself a rough night. I hope he get an ice bath for that hand and his whole shebang. Cause boy. But Bax Browser got a little burn. He went 3 or 4, 13 yards. The running game was not even existent. It's bad when Xavier Scott had 2 Ks and had the most for 16 yards and was the longest player on the ground with 10. That's not good. Aaron Jones came back and only had 5 for 15 yards, and Jordan Mason only had 3 or 4, which is not positive on the average carry tip. Justin Jefferson, 74 yards. He was the main guy that Carson kept finding. Jordan Addison, 3 for 26 to TD. TJ Hawkinson, 2 for 26. Thank goodness I ain't start him. Aaron Jones, 2 for 15. And, yeah, a little bit pressing. Wentz fumbled, but recovered his own. Yeah, it was good awareness. They had 2 sacks, one from Jonathan Allen and Jonathan Greenard. Good pursuit. And a pick came from Josh Metellus. So at least the versatility of this man. It will never cease to amaze me. So Versatilis Metellus. I made that name up. Versatilis Metellus. Hey. I'll go with my picks. I got 2 on this one, so I'll take the 2 points. Pages and Browns. Pages 5-2, Browns 2-5, both coming off wins. Pages got a little streak going, won like 3 in a row, 3-4 in a row. Browns, you got the win last week against the Dolphins. I'm going to Patriots. I'm put this at 1 for now because we're kicked right now. Bills and Panthers. This feels like an upset, but I'm gonna say the Bills. Only saying this feels like I feel like it could be an upset because Panthers are undefeated at home, 3-0, and don't and they love that home cooking. The Bills, but I'm gonna pick the Bills for now. Bears and the Ravens at M&T Bank. I might not be able to watch this game because I got work. But if the news has been going good this week, Lamar Jackson, he was limited participant all week. He practiced all day today. So feeling confident that he's going to play tonight, on Sunday. Feeling confident about that. I think he's coming back. Now will he say the season? Maybe. Do we want to save it for our playoff chances? Yes. Do we want to say it because we want to keep Harbaugh's job? No. You want to do it because the boys, we want to get Lamar his ring. But we know that some things need to change. So if we do win on this stretch run, great. If not, and things go down, it gets even worse, then we're going to need to make some changes in the coaching ranks. Like, not just, I think probably Omanka would probably be the only one that stayed because the offense was always consistent for the most part. It's the defense that's been horrific, and our decision making has been pathetic. Our decision making ain't been good lately. So I'm picking us to win because I'm hoping Lamar plays. But at the last moment, I see Lamar Jackson's out. I'm switching to the Bears. I'm sorry. Let's be freaking honest. I will be honest with you. If it comes out at 12:55 that Lamar Jackson is not playing, I'm switching to the Bears because I already know how it's gonna look. But like, thank goodness I am at work. So yeah, we're gonna go that way. All right, next we have the 49ers going to Houston, take on the Texans. It's probably the most one I'm kind of uneven on because the Houston's at home, but they're 2-4 and they're a little sketchy right now, and they don't have Nico Collins. He's most likely not going to play because concussion, he's saying during the Seahawks game on Monday night. So I'm gonna lean to the 49ers. So lean on Christian. Not too much though, because I go against him this week. So not too much. Well, yeah, not too much because I gotta go against him this week. Oh, I gotta make some subs. But anyway, but I'm gonna go to 49ers. Eagles and the Giants in New York. I mean, no, in Philly. Can the Giants sweep the Eagles? Or will they get a little bit of revenge and poop on their logo? I'm gonna go to the Eagles. Please fly to a victory. If not, y'all gonna be embarrassed again. Broncos and Cowboys in Denver. Denver 5-2. Cowboys 3-1. Spoke positives. I'm going with the Broncos. Broncos country, let's ride. See that defense gives it right. All right, Falcons and Dolphins. Dolphins look, and I think Tua's starting, right? Tua got to be starting, right? I don't think he fall that bad, right? He ain't got to start again no more, right? Like, I don't think he fall that bad. All right, all right. Start. All right. Last week, the game blown out, of course. But I want to make sure if he still had the jobs. Okay, he still got the job. This is not good. This is not good. This is fuck. There you go. Okay, but yeah, look, I'm gonna go to Falcons. Yeah, got two lefty quarterback matchup, which I didn't expect. We have a black and a Samoan, so I didn't expect that one either. Two lefty quarterback Samoans who don't really run that much. Interesting. Yeah, but I'm still going to Falcons. The Bungles, they're hosting the Jets. They're 3-4, and they're trying to get the 500 Jets to 0-7. Can they get on the win pattern? We got a pair of two interesting matchups. A pair of former Ravens quarterbacks going at it. Cannon Toten Joe and Tyrod Taylor. Ain't that some shit? We got three Ravens quarterbacks in the area. We got three former Ravens quarterbacks. I would have never thought it'd be the case. I'm proud of my boys. I'm proud of my boys. Shout out to Tyrod. Shout out to both of them. Shout out to Joe. He's so lit. And Joe faces his old team, the Jets, too. And I got the Bengals winning that one. So we'll see how that goes. But it'll be funny. I will laugh, laugh if the Jets beat the Bengals. That's what they always do. Bengals. All right, next we have Buccaneers and the Saints in New Orleans. Bucks 5-2 win the division. The Saints 1-6, last in the division. I've seen it as a spectrum. 97% pick. Percent pick the Saints. Ooh. Yeah, that's the biggest one of these gaps. I've seen 96-4s. There's three 96-4s. And then I think the Buccaneers and Saints 97-5. Heck, even the Bills and Panthers, 95 picked the Bills and 5 picked the Panthers. Like, dang, it's like the gas is just wide. It's wide AF. I'm going to Bucks too, so I'm gonna follow the trend as well. Either way, well, I'm gonna go to Buccaneers. Even though they don't got a lot of receivers, no Godwin's questionable. I know they got a lot of people questionable in the receiving core, but Saints, the way Alvin Kamara ain't getting his pill and they just lost their backup, Condre Miller. He's tore ACL. The way the Saints looking ain't looking too hot either, so I'm gonna go with the Saints. Colts and Titans, the last of the afternoon games. Oh, this the one. No, this is the one right here. Got the biggest gap. 99% of people picked the Colts, and only 1%, and it is announced that Kyle Ridley's just out for this game. So I'm going to follow the Colts suit as well. So I'm going to Colts. So yeah. So that's the biggest gap. So we got a lot of mismatch and picks division, except for my Ravens and the Bears, which is pretty even. But we got the edge 56-44, which it's pretty fair. Well, if you're gonna be questioning my guy, you about to be sitting on the bench and have Shaheed get this burn. So you better maybe unquestionable that edge right now. I don't know what you under up in your weekend stuff, but you need to up that ish now. Packers and the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Double check does not go to Green Bay. Green Bay goes to him. That's how much Reggie he is. Ugh. They got you on Sunday night. Please, Packers win so they can embarrass the Steelers again and have Aaron Rodgers looking goofy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers. Go Pack, go. Yeah, they're two of the oldest franchises. They're gonna talk about all their franchise historical accomplishments and being the oldest ones. Packers win the first Super Bowl. Steelers got most with 6. Yeah. The Super Bowl rematch from 2010. Yeah. All that stuff. Yeah, bow. So we all right, but like 8 right here. So you already know. You be prepared for it. Just know your stuff. 2010, 1967, 68, 4 in the 70s, 2 in the 2000s. And I think the Pack got one in the 90s, right? Yeah, they got one in the 90s too, because of Brett Favre, right? So, yeah. Oh, I got right down. Oh, shoot. We got one last pick. Chiefs and the Commanders. Oh, boy. Commanders. um, I'm having a funeral for you guys. So I know Jane is not going to play. I'm going to Chiefs easily, but I got to make a score prediction. I'm going to go 45. I think I got this like 35 to 10. I'm sorry. At least y'all get 10 points. I'm giving y'all 10. Y'all could say 7, but that'll be even worse. 38 to 7. So 35 to 10. Come on, Chiefs win. Because it's not unless Mario's hamstring, he's gonna give his hamstring to Jaden Daniels. I don't see them pulling out anything, so that's how I feel about the situation. All right, let's go with that. NBA's back, baby. I had some bad news though. I can't watch Wizards games. I can't watch my Wizards lose no more. All because Hulu and Monumental Sports could not agree to a contract extension at the start of the month in October. Cause I was looking, I was like, hold up. Where is the Monumental Sports? I was looking at searching this thing imminently. I kept searching. I was like, where's it at? Where's it at? I was getting angry. I was about to get mad. I was like, what is happening? Where is my Wizards? why can't I watch? And I looked online. I was like, what's going on in Miami on Hulu? And it's like they're not gonna party no more. I'm like, oh what? Okay, couldn't agree no deals. So and the West and they are now all on the Monumental app. What? No. No, 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 no. First of all, thank God, thank you, Lord. I grew up when I did. But you didn't have any of these problems. All you had to do is turn on CSN Washington and put the Wizards on television screen. That's all you had to do. You didn't worry about nothing else. Thank goodness I grew up in those days. And back in those days, we were at least a decent team. And we had some decent players that you can watch and do all that stuff. Like, yo, Karan, Twan, of course, them boys. Brandon Hayward, all them boys, Sean. And how? Wall, Beal, Gortat, Morris twins, Porter. You had some squad. You had at least something. You had something there. Yeah. Come on. You got me something there. But this squad and the prices, the prices made me confound. They expect $20 a month, $19.99 a month, or $179 annually, for a yearly pass. Like to see the Wizards lose? I think not. Just to see the Wizards? Please. You're out your rabbit ass mind. I know you're gonna get the Cardinals and the Mystics and Georgetown and I think American University's that mix. Whatever. I know you're gonna get those games too. But no. Please. Please. The Wizards are not worth $180 to see them lose 70 games. They're not worth it. I'm sorry. I do not have that in me to watch that. So I'll get League Pass soon. It's gonna take a couple weeks, but by God, that just that was the thing that broke me. So I can't watch my Wizards. Oh, Pass is even worse. They're like, they're your local team. You can't even watch them. Well, bitch, I can't watch them either way. They're not a So like you might as well give me that type of you might as well let me want to watch the Wizards too. I can't watch the local teams. I can't watch bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad it's like it is. That's fine. That's fine. I don't have to subject myself to watch this team because we're young as hell. I don't have to watch to subject myself. But I have subject myself to some good ass basketball. ESPN and TNT. I mean, no, excuse me. Inside the NBA is now ESPN, and I thought it'd be a lot drastic differently. But it's still the same. They still got the same serial. It just got ESPN all over, which is a little odd, but because I'm used to TNT. But all in all, I'm cool with it. They're actually good. They're still good. They still got their little chemistry, do all that stuff. Everybody's still there. But the first rock rings looking on gravy, and this thing, oh boy, was a doozy. They went to double overtime. And they're lucky that they did go to double overtime because Kevin, you, oh boy. If them, you're lucky the refs was being nice to you that night, bruh, because you did call a timeout. And Single tried to smack your hand so quick, like, man, timeout. He smacked his hand like he was a child taking something at the store. I'm like, hey, put it down. Like, no, put your hands down, Kevin. We don't got no timeouts. He's lucky the ref, and then they even showed it on the replay. He calling the timeout, but the ref is like, I ain't see it. Timeout? What you talking about? He was praying. What you talking about? Easy money sniping. He's a religious man. Let's talk about that. But nah, he's lucky. He really is lucky that they didn't do that because they did. They could have called it. And in your own city, you would have got packed on Kevin for that one. They would have been trolling your ass for the rest of your life for that one. But they won the second overtime, and a lot of very contested game. SJ had two free throws again the lead. It was 125 to 124. They tried to go for the game winner. Katie was out of foul trouble too. But they go to Jabari Smith. He tries to turn around jump for no good, and the game's winners, and the game's over. OKC wins 125 to 124. They win a double overtime that one. SGA, he was starting slow, but he got going in the second and a half, really in the third and fourth in OT. But he had 35 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 12-29 from the field, 10 of 14 from the line. He was very aggressive going in there. Chet got go. Chet was the leading man in the first half. He kept the score close and kept them going in the first half. He had 28.7 rebounds, 11 of 17 from the field, very efficient. 2 of 5 from three. Um, Casey Walls, 14.7 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. Nice. A Wiggs, 10 off the pine. He was looking good out there up in Maryland. Sengun. Yo, they buying a bigger L. They got Thompson, Katie at the 2. Like, that's some old 2K9 type things that we used to do back in the day. 2K10. Throw Katie at the 2 just for shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying? Just for a hard got there. You know. But Sengun had 39 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and a block. He was going ham. Katie had 23 and 9 boards. Oh, this Alman Thompson, 18 points, 5 assists, 4 boards, a steal, and a block. Jabari Smith, 16 and 5 boards and a steal. Yeah, they was playing they was playing big out there. It was really big out there. So yeah, if they use their size and they can use their size efficiently, I still think they need a guard, but I think they're gonna run with Shepard, Brandon Pine, with Easton, I think, and then whenever Tate and Finney Jr. get back, I think that's when they'll do it. I'm surprised they're not playing Aaron Holiday so they can run the backup, but I guess they'll do it if I guess he's the break the glass guard if they really need to. So at least they got one. They got Holiday. So but that was a real sign. Next of it was the Lakers and the Warriors hosting. And this one, it was close to the first half. It was 55-54 at the half. It was very close. It was competitive. But in that third quarter, Jonathan Kuminga woke up and he just started just getting buckets that quarter. He had like 13 that quarter. And that was the separate right there. And they closed it out, win this one 119 to 109. Jimmy Buckets was going hand, 31 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, and a steal. 7-14 shooting, 16 for 16 at the free throw line. I'm 16 for 16. Must have watched that show before he went out there to hoop. Must have watched a couple episodes before he got in there. So I want to go 16 for 16. That Canadian show. Some real ones know about that show. Steph Curry, 23 points, 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Nice. Uh, Jonathan Kuminga, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. Buddy Hield, 70 off the pound with a steal. He splashed in 5 Curry bombs. Of course he does. And yeah, that was it. Landry, 5. I'm not even gonna but either way, this positionless basketball, baby. Anybody can play any position because we are positionless, better than positionless. All right, on the other side, Luka Magic, he went bonkers. 43 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and a block. 17-27 from the field. He's extra aggressive. 2 of 10. Golly, boy. 7-10 from the line. Curry bomb. Woo! Yeah, Curry might hit that thing from the low. Curry hit that thing from the logo spot. Tell night night. So they showed a highlight. Austin Reeves, he had 26 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. Yeah, he got there a lot. Reeves and Luka both went center 10 from the line. They shot 17 of 20 from the free throw line. The Lakers there as a team. It was breaking them free throws. Everybody break the free throw who went to the line. Everybody. Ayton, he had 10.6 rebounds in the block. He beat both his free throws. So yeah, it was bad. That was only three guys in double figures. Everybody else shit, trying to figure themselves out. But yeah, they look lost out there. And there was a few stretches where they could not score at all. They could not. So they better hope the sciatica can go away from Bronny. If not, they're cooked. All right, let's go to Wednesday. All right. We had the Knickerbockers hosting the Cavaliers in the Garden. ESPN. Had a nice lead. Guys started 33-20 in the first. They got a little close. It was 65 to 50 at the half. Actually, those got a little farther away. It's 65-50 and a half. But the Cavs in the third, they made a big end road rally, outscoring 37-22, and they tied it at the end of the third. But the Knicks came back and closed and finished them off winning 119 to 111. All right, OG Anunoby, 24 points, 14 rebounds, 3 steals and a block. Jalen Brunson, 23 points, 5 assists, 4 boards. Karl-Anthony Towns, 19, 11 rebounds. Michael Bridges, 16 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. And Miles McBride, Deuce, 15 out the pot and a steal. Nice. And yeah, they got a lot. They got a lot of good. They had a lot. I'm glad they added them bench pieces they did because they really spread the rotation with Tiz. They used to play like 9, 10 guys. They played 11 guys. Everybody got burned except for Dadiate and then Diaria. Everybody else got burned. So I was like, that's difference. Mike Brown makes a difference. As for the Cavs, Donovan Mitchell, he went ahead 31 points, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Evan Mobley, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. Sam Merrill, 19 points. He splashed with 5 curry bombs. Larry Nance Jr., 10.6 boards off the bench. He splashed a couple curries. I was like, when they ain't got that in his repertoire. Dean Wade, 10 off the pile with a steal and a block. I'm glad he had that too. And he splashed in 3 curries as well. Yeah, both teams came in banged up. They had no Cavs had no Garland because he still had a toe issue. He had to get surgery on. That was still from the playoffs. So the Knicks they didn't have Josh Hart or Mitchell Robinson due to injuries. So it was a little banged up, but still a good game, good effort game. Games ESPN been good so far. They've been really good. All right, let's go to the actual pass. Hornets hosting the Brooklyn Nets. High scoring quarters for the Nets. I mean not for the Nets, for the Hornets. They dropped 38 in the first, 39 in the second, then 34 in the third, and then they had the lowest 25 in the fourth because he probably was leaning the younger guys. But they was up 77 to 50 to 60 at the half. But yeah, they was scoring crazy up in Charlotte. And damn, everybody on that team scored in double figures. Except for one guy. But Brandon Miller led the way, 25 points, 7 assists, still in the block. LaMelo Ball, 20 points, 8 assists. He only had 3 turnovers. Not bad. Miles Bridges, 18 points, 11 rebounds, and steal. Colin Sexton, young bull, 15 off the pound with a steal. Musa Diabate, 13 points, 9 rebounds, and steal in the block. Terrence Mann, 12 points, 6 assists, and a steal off the pound. Tijane Salon, 10 points off the pound, 4 boards. Oh, snap. Ryan Kalkbrenner, the big fella, 10 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Way to make a debut. Dang. Everybody ate. And the only guy that didn't get, at least he got a bucket, Sion Jones. He only had 2 points. He's the only guy that didn't get in the double figures. But everybody freaking ate. Hey, you get a play, except for you, Pat and Plumlee. But everybody was eating. Oh, Kyle Knuppel too. Colin Knuppel, my bad. 11 points, 5 rebounds. Everybody ate. Yes, everybody. Everybody get the plates in Charlotte. It was kind of like that for the Nets as well, but on the lower scale. But either way, Nick Claxton led the way, 17 points, 4 boards. Cam Thomas, 15 points and a block. Ugh. Yeah, he had the line a lot, 11 to 13 for the free throw line, but 2 and 9 from the field. So at least he made up for it by being aggressive. Dayron Sharp, 14 points, 4 boards, 2 blocks, and a steal. Igor Demon, 14 and 5 rebounds on the bench with a steal. Terrence Mann, 13 points and a steal. Michael Porter Jr., 12 points, 5 assists, 4 boards. I'm still weirded out that I'm older than the entire Brooklyn Nets squad, but I'm getting over it now because I'm the BMOC. Everybody can bring except for Wolf, who had a little injury. So it'll be all right. He'll thug it out. Everybody did score too. So everybody scoring this game. One of the rare times where you see everybody on both sides score that played on the court. Very interesting. I know that ain't the right. Drake. Yeah, Drake. Oh well. Magic and the Heat in Miami. We had a little bit of interesting. Not just because the Battle of Florida, Bez and Baines debut, and then we had the debut of 2 of WNBA's finest going at it. Bams and Wendell Carter. I know it was an interesting center matchup, but they had their significant others. Asia Wilson, Angel Reese. Ka-chow. But Orlando, they kept the home cooking and they flowed throughout. Franz, he got hot early. He had like 19 in the first quarter, but he led the way, 24 points, 6 assists, 2 steals. Same with Paolo, 24 points, but he had 11 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Desmond Bain, 23 points in his debut, 2 blocks. Nice. Jalen Suggs, 14 points, 2 steals, 4 boards. And Tristan De La Silva at the Pine, 16 minutes. Very electric and explosive in his time. All right. As for Miami, Norman Powell, 28 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block. Andrew Wiggins, 18 points, 4 boards, a steal, and a block, weapon the mom disciples. Davion Mitchell, 16 points, 12 assists, 6 boards, 2 steals, and a block. Fill out everything. Bam Bam, 15 and 12 rebounds. Jaime Jaquez, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals off the pine. Simeon Fontecchio, 13 on the pine. I guess you want to come down to Miami to get your work there. Okay. But yeah, it was a competitive game. Miami and Orlando's games always be tight. Their rivalry's deep, not just because they're in the same area. Hey, get out the ball, get out the freaking ball. And I like the addition of Bane. It gives them an extra juice they need at the guard spot. Suggs, he's good defending. Black, he's good off the pond. But they need somebody else that can hop on the wings with Franz and Paolo in the court in the backcourt. And that was a good move to get. So I like the move. And it looked good so far. Toronto going to Hotlanta, baby, to take on the Hawks. It was close games. It was 65 to 59 at half. But in the third quarter, Toronto dropped 45 points in a quarter. Good grief. Good golly, Miss Molly. And everybody on this squad, they had 7 guys in double figures. RJ Barrett led the way, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Scotty Barnes, 22 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal. Grady Dick, 21 points, 5 boards, and a steal. Brandon Ingram, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 2 steals. Jakob Poeltl, 14 points, 6 rebounds, and a block. Emmanuel Quickly, 13 points, 8 assists, and a steal. Jamal Sheed, or Jabal, or Jamal, Jamal, that's what I thought. 10 points and 5 assists and a steal. That is look good for the Hawks. They look good in Toronto. And shout out to Garrett Temple, still be on the squad. Shout out to you, Toronto. Hey! Oh, I thought you had. Never mind. Ice Trader Gang. Tell me, do you bang? 22 of 5 assists with a steal. That's my mains. All right, only 2. All right, Jalen Johnson, 22 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, a steal and a block. Whoop. KP Porzingis, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks. Zachary Sacher, 16 points and a block. Nikhil Alexander Walker, 10 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. And Onyeka Okongwu, 18 off the pine, 6 boards. Like, I think they might. I don't know why I feel down the line they're gonna start. I feel that they're gonna start and KP. I just had that feeling down the line. They're gonna move Rashawn Seth to the pine and they're gonna put Gears at backup and we might get extra. I just had that weird feeling they're gonna do that eventually. Eventually. It's eventually. Not now, but eventually. If things ain't going a little smart, sudden as they are, they'll do that. Sixers. Edge out in Boston, 117. 6. VJ Edgecombe and TJ Maxey. Tyrese Maxey. Wow. I didn't expect to hear those names combined. But Tyrese, 40 points, 6 assists, 2 steals, and a block. 13 20 for shooting, 7 9 from Curryland, and 7 8 from the free throw. And VJ Edgecombe, you did something that put you in the same conversation as Will Chamberlain. My God, you getting on this freaking kid. Oh my goodness. He had 34 points, 7 rebounds, and a steal. The most points by a rookie in their debut since 1959 when Wilt Chamberlain was running these streets. I think he had like 40. If I'm a guessing man, he probably had 40. Look at Maxie Cook. Oh my God, he cooking him. Oh my God, let Maxie just cook. Yeah, he was just dumb. It was the reason why they won. Those are the only 2 reasons why. They went ham sandwich. They had 74 points from the backcourt, and they scored 117. That's a lot of points. Dominic Barlow. I ain't see you in a hot minute since like 2K days. Real shit. Real. 13 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and a block. Okay, Barlow. Glad you're doing something. Good productive for these boys. Kelly Oubre, 10 points, 4 boards, and a block. Quentin Grimes, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Love the production. I love the all around work. Okay, VJ, you look like a veteran scorer out there. And Embiid, even though he played 20 minutes. And he had 4 and 6 boards. So Shaq was not lying by him saying, you need to step up. I need you to step it up, kid. I think you can be dominant. You need to be dominant again. But yeah, shout out to Edgecombe, the rookie, bro. I love it. I love it. Jaylen Brown, he led the way, 25 points, 6 boards, 4 assists. Derek White had same amount, 25 as well, with 4 assists, a steal, and a block. Neemias Queta, he had 17, 8 rebounds. He was like I said, they're gonna really need to rely on some him and whoever else is bigs to get this wing right. And Anthony Simons, 13 off the bench as well, with a steal and a block and 4 boards. I think he want to keep him off the bench so they can get some scoring versatility. And I guess that's what they're gonna do it this year. I think golly, 43 threes. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. All right. Bulls and Pistons. The Bulls and the Pistons. Battle of the Midwest. Show who's freaking best. Out early. Bulls got out early. 35-19. They was out swarming on them Pistons. And it was maintaining that lead throughout most of this game. It was 64-49 at the half. So it was big. And in the fourth quarter, though, Detroit was making a big comeback, but prevail all in all. The Bulls hold on, prevail the lead, winning 115-111. Nikola Vucevic, 28 points, 14 rebounds and a steal. Matthias Buzelis, 21.6 rebounds, 3 blocks. He's gonna be big. He's gonna make the big leap this year. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes an All-Star in like a year or two. He's on the come up. Josh Giddey, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and a block. Uh, Trey Jones, he got to start late for Kobe White. He had to call out late, but he had 12 points, 8 assists, 3 steals. So he did pretty good up in his spot start. Kevin Huerter, 15-5 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal. Maryland, all his buckets were not Curry's. That's good. Ayo Dosunmu, ayo, 14-5 boards. Nice. Solid work. Oh, I just did get burned. All right, I about to say, yeah, I get 2 guys from Maryland get some burn on this squad. Detroit, Kay Cunningham, he led the way, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, and a steal. Isaiah Stewart was the second man up with the score, 20 and 10 off the bench with 4 blocks. Sheesh. Ron Holland, 19 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. We had to go 3-2 cycle. Jalen Duren, 15.6 rebounds, 2 blocks and a steal. Asar Thompson, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, and a block. Tobias Harris, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Yeah, they got side guys over there in Detroit. I guess they got up a little late, but it's still gonna be good. We'll see. Grizzlies and the Pelicans got a little dicey. Two guys in the 2019 draft go at it again. Pelicans got up hot early. It was up. They was up early. I mean, and they got up 67-58 at the half. So it was up 8. But that third quarter for Memphis was an explosion as they dropped 41 in that third quarter, outscoring them 41-22. And then they held on the third and the fourth quarter, win this one 128-122. He had 7 guys though figure. Ja Morant led away 35 points and a steal. Fisher 13 from the Jaren Jackson Jr. made it to the debut. He had 18 points, 8 rebounds, 6 blocks. Sheesh. KCP gets some good burn, 15 points, 4 boards. Nice. And he made most 9 and 9 from the free throw line. Love it. Jan Wells, 14 points, 4 assists, and a steal. I likes it. Who's Coward? Cedric Coward, 14 points, 2 steals, and a block. You know what would be funny as hell? It was like Kawad. It's like, no, my name is Kaward, not Coward. Kaward. I'm fucking around in there. I'm just fucking around. Jock Landale, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. Nice. And Olivier Maxence Prosper, he had 10 and 5 boards off the bench. So they got a lot of effort, guys. They got a lot of effort from the guys. So yeah, see how that goes. As for as for New Orleans, Zion led the way, 27 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. Jordan Poole, 17 points. He's still running point. Then we started a nasty trend for them, and he's going to bring them habits to fucking New Orleans. Oh, 3 steals in the block. Jeremiah Fears, 17 points off the pine as well. You did 8. A lot of people had 17. Trey Murphy had 13 and 7 rebounds. Sadiq Bey 13 and 6 rebounds and steal. Over a year away from the game. And shout out Derek Queen get his first bucket. We seen you get that bucket, the coast to coast in their ass. I like it. Wow, no Jose Burn? Wow. Wow, they ain't no Jose, no Burn. Wow. Surprise. A little surprise, man. Gotta tighten your rotation, coach, as they say. Ho 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 ho. All right, Bucks and Wiz. Bucks just put us out of misery early, dropped 40 in the first, and I'm glad they didn't buy that freaking Wiz subscription. You got your freaking marbles. Only one I wanted to see out there was Giannis, and he went in hand, 37 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists. Is there anything else I need to say? So, and he did that in 26 minutes. Well, 26:45, so they're going to say 27 minutes, whatever. Great work. Gary Trent, 17 points, 4 boards, 2 steals. Kyle Kuzma, 12 off the pine with 4 boards, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Miles Turner, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. AJ Green, 11 points. Kevin Porter Jr., 10 points and a steal, but twists his ankle. He's not going to be out on this quick look. Everybody playing this game. Even Thanasis, even Gary Harris. Yes, Gary Harris. How the heck he's bruised, but hey, you gotta stay in a cold spot. It ain't far from Michigan, so you got how that time is though. And shout out to Reem Prince, 11 off the pine as well. As for DC, Chris Middleton led 23 points, 6 rebounds. Keyshawn George, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 4 2 like George. Trey Johnson, 16 points, 5 rebounds, still in the block. I like it. Cam Whitmore, 14 and 5 rebounds. Corey Kispert, 11 points on the block off the bench. Bob Carrington, 11 and 5 rebounds and a steal. Him and Gary Trent is about to go into it. I don't know. Where's Gary from? Because I don't know where he's at. I know Buff, he from my city. So let's see. Where the heck he went to Duke. It makes sense. It makes sense why he went there. He went to Duke, and we're not a fan of Duke still, even though we are not in the same conference as Duke. Where's Trent from? Where is he from? Oh, he's from locally? Oh, he's from Minnesota. Oh, Apple Valley. Apple Valley? Oh, Minnesota. Oh. Hmm. I'll ask my. Oh, he's from Ohio. Makes a little better. A little more sense. All right. Columbus. Nice. And outside, 10 points, 11 rebounds. Got doubled on this season debut. So, yay. Well, I'm glad I not had to watch Wizards game. Wizards. I ain't mad at. So, recap what? Recap this L we took? Please. Utah Jazz, LA Clippers. Holy Toledo. Jazz dropped 43 points in the first quarter. Damn, 43-19. It was 78-47 at the halftime. What in the blue Clipper Blazer is going on? And the Jazz won 129 to 108. I'm surprised they got the 129. Thought they got the 150. But good grief. Walker Kessler. Who figured he'd be the high man? That's how you know you're score by. He led the way 20 points, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks, 2 steals. Larry Markkinen, 26 rebounds. Always. Bryce Sensabaugh, 20 off the pine in 22 minutes. 4 boards and a steal. Very efficient set at 13. Nice. Keontae George, 16 points, 9 assists, 2 steals. O'Collier, man? Okay, I guess he must be still hurt. Wayne Clayton, Walter Clayton Jr., 10.6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. He got a lot of extra, bro, more than 8 spans. He got a lot of extra opportunities, more than 8. Interesting. Taylor Hendricks. I remember him last year when he had that wired ass leg injury. Went to the other way. It was nasty. But he came back with 13.6 rebounds and steal the block. Nice return. Yeah, at least he gave something nice. And they try to get Kevin Love in the game. That's how you know it's bad. The Jazz fans are trying to get Kevin Love into the game. I see it. As for the Clippers, Zubac, he had a match for Kessler. He had 19.7 rebounds on the block. James Harden, 15, 11 assists, as he always does. That hard and shit. Brooke Lopez, 15 to steal out the pine, splashing 5 curry bombs. John Kyle's 14 to 7 rebounds, 2 blocks and steals. Derrick Jones Jr., 12 points in the block. Kawhi Leonard had 10 and 4 boards and steal in the block. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Wait, whoa. Why are y'all not playing Bogdanovich? I retired, but I see Chrissy got burned. I see Cam Chrissy got burned. I see Kobe Sanders who got burned. I see Yannick Conan Niederhauser. He got burned, but Tim got burned, but not Bogdanovich. I'm playing Bogdanovich. Some pieces for that, bro, because you can get a little something for him. Oh no, they tripping. All right, we got 3 left. Spurs and Mavericks. My Wemby Young. He put on a dazzling display on Cooper's debut that, Bron, we're good. We have our new generational talent. I think that's the reason why Bron's been around for so long, because we haven't had a generational talent. And they've been trying to give the name to so many guys. Higgins, Zion. Try to last. Zion's kind of lasting, but Wemby's here, Bron. We're good, bro. Luka too, to an extent, but not that much. But we're good. Move on. We can move on, Bron. Whenever you're ready, we are clear. We have a Wemby, and good grief. Oh my god. The fake into a windmill, a reverse windmill down the baseline. What the? How does this man come down the court, tween, step back 3, and get fouled? What the? Come down, size up how you want it, cross, tween, behind the back, get Kyle, and put Kyle the 3, bruh. Didn't see on, My man's went the right route to go KD and Hakeem, like, bruh, like 40 points, 15 rebounds, and for the steal. Good grief, 15 to 21 from the free throw line. Good grief, tough. Stephon Castle, 22.7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. Dylan Harper did good his debut, 15 points, 4 boards. Keldon Johnson, 11 to 5 boards and a steal. Devin Vassell, 13 points, 4 assists, 2 steals. It was active out there, the boys. It was active on the steals. I like the coach. I forget his name, but I like the coach that he was talking when he was up like I think 25 something. He was telling him keep the intensity up. I was like, okay, that's some Popovich. He be like, don't let up, don't put that up. Keep the pressing until the job is finished. Keep it pressing. I was like, that's something Pop would do. He say, keep it up. Don't let up, keep it up. So I did it wise by giving it him the keys. But yeah, that was good. That was really tight. AD, he was trying to guard Wemby. He made him look like a average play. The way he was scoring, but he had a monster game too. He had 22 points, 13 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. PJ Washington, 17 points, 5 rebounds, and a block. Clay had 10 points. Was I reading this right? Cooper Flag played point guard and had 10 points and 10 rebounds and a steal, but no assists. Why they try to make him a point guard? It seemed like Dallas and Houston are doing the same things because they got tall people, but they don't have a tall. I see what they're trying to do, but they need to make Cooper more of a scorer. He's not like he'll find guys. Don't get twisted, but he's not a guy that's going to be like pick and roll, create a shot for somebody, find somebody open. Like he's not going to do that. They need to get him like on the baseline. They need to get him on like get him a little some off ball movement, give him the ball, let him score type thing. Don't let him like set the offense. I don't know why they ain't start Russ. If you want to be cheap, start Brandon Williams or something. I don't know. Like I don't know. I know they're doing it because Kyrie's out and they don't want to get the end of the reins and let him go crazy. Because I knew he would go crazy. And when Kyrie gets back, there'll be a little struggle. So I guess that's why they kind of doing it. And they're expecting Kyrie to come back a little earlier. I won't expect Kyrie till January. Because he got right, so I wouldn't expect anything crazy earlier than January. So I guess that's why. But I don't know. I think you should start Russell at the point. For now, have Claire the two or have him come out the pine. Uh yeah, either way. I don't know. But either way, I ain't coach. Either way, I think Cool's gonna be alright. He's gonna get some burn. He's gonna be alright. Uh Suns and Kings and Phoenix. Kings started hot, 29-19 in the first. Very high scoring second quarter team. Those two teams, 42-35 for the Kings. They dropped 71 points in the first, so 71-54 at the half. But that third quarter changed quick. It was 36-21 in that third quarter for Phoenix. And they came back to get within two. And then in the fourth, they won 120-116. Nice. As they did their thing. Oh, Devin Booker led the way, 31 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal. I was about to say, it better not be Jalen. It better not be no ever funny as hell as Dylan Brooks. But Dylan Brooks, he had 22 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. 4-3-2-1, yo. Grayson Allen, 18 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, and a steal. Royce O'Neal, 12 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal. Mark Williams, 11 rebounds in the pine. He was getting active. Sam Ryan Dunn, he had 10 boards, but he had 3 blocks and a steal. He had 9 points. He was very close to getting a double. Very close. Oh, yeah. What the heck? They got three centers, Mark and Richards, and then they got Iguodaro. I don't know. They got a lot of centers. Then Maluwa, yeah, they got a lot of centers. Jordan Goodwin, what? Where's Jared Green? Jalen Green? It must be still hurt because I was like, hold on, who being in the squad? Either way, Devine, he led the way, 30 points. He didn't do nothing else. He's 30 points. Demar, how you stereo down? 29 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals in a block. Malik Monk, 19 off the bench. Uh, Dennis Schroeder, 14 points, 7 assists, 2 steals in a block. Russ came in, 6.6 rebounds and a block. Okay, got a little burn for Russ. Okay, Keon get some burn. Oh, nice. But yeah, they just kind of just let the game let them come back. Yeah, he did just let him come back because everything seemed fine. I think Utah. I think that I say Utah. I think Sabonis, when he gets back, I think they'd be a little bit clean on the offensive end. I think that's why they're lacking. But Eubanks is solid. Damn, 4 blocks, 2 steals. Sheesh. Man, they missed the bonus. And last but not least, Minnesota and the Trailblazers. Dane's back in the building. Yeah. Ant's back in the business. So yeah, we got to it. Mm. And we'll talk about this scene. Ant, he just went ridiculous. He dropped 41 points, 7 rebounds, and a block on 14-28 shooting, 5 of 10 from Curry Leonard, and splashing 8 of 8 from the free throw line. So he's very efficient from that range. Julius Randle, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Jaden McDaniels, you welcome the young boy Yang to the league. 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 blocks, and a steal. I just saw the post. I was like, oh my God. Whew. On your head. Rudy Gobert, 10.6 rebounds and a block. Terrence Shannon off the bench. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Nice. Solid work. Yeah. Jeremy Grant, 29 points in the block off the bench. He was hot, 10 of 14 shooting, 4 of 7 from Curryland, 5 of 6 for the free throw line. Danny Avdia, 20.7 rebounds in the block. Nice. Shaden Sharp, 15 points, 4 assists, and a steal. Tumani Kamara, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Solid work. And Ant just closed that game out with that big jumper. So it's 2 big jumpers at the end, winning 118 and 114. Yeah. Yeah, and they outscoring 30-19 at fourth quarter too. But yeah, it was lit. So all right. 2 last games on Thursday, and we'll move on. OKC. Bad again. The former finals matchup. But different pieces though. And it was still high scoring lit. It went to double overtime. Early on this one, he got his arm tangled up with SGA on a spin, and we ain't seeing the rest of the game. But yeah, it was back and forth. Siakam tied the game to go to overtime, and that's but in that second overtime, OKC as we edged it out when it won 141 to 135, 17 in the second overtime to 11. SGA had 55 points, 8 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Sheesh. AJ Mitchell, he was going ahead. 26 points, 4 boards, and a steal off the bench. Oh, yeah, SGA, he was 15 and 31 for field, 2 of 7 curling, and 23 and 26 from the free throw line. And a lot of people complain about that. And I'm like, Did y'all watch AI? This is AI content prime too. Shay is 6 inches taller than AI. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. We being real. That's the only difference. AI is just Shay is just 6 inches taller. And they always say he's 6 inches taller. He'd be more He'd be more aggressive. Real shit. He always said that he was only 6 inches more taller. He'd been jamming on folks. I can see it too. He was jamming on folks at 6 foot. Hey. But either way, Andrew Wiggins, 23 points, 9 rebounds in the block. Nice. I like it. Chad Holmgren, 15 and 12, 2 steals. Uh, Isaiah Harris had 14 rebounds, just gobbling up the glass. Good, as I say. They had 90. They shot 95 times. They shot 45 of 51 free throws. Good grief. They got a lot. For sure. But at least they got the win. As for Indiana, Bennett Matherin, he had 36 points, 11 rebounds, while Pascal had 32 and 15 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. They became the first stuff in that for Indiana. Obi Toppin, 20 and 5 boards, 2 steals. Ben Shepard, 15 and 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block. Jerace Walker, 13 and 4 with a steal. Yeah, they made up for all the people that couldn't finish or didn't get a lot of burn. So that's good. Excuse me, but you can see they missing a lot of guys like Hallie. You know they missing TJ. You know they missing Miles Turner. You know they missing. They know they miss Nemnar throughout this one too. But either way, they put up a fight. Cannot deny that. And you can see the first team to do that, so that's tough. That's a wildly tough stuff. 2 overtime games and back to back your first two. Whew, that's how you start a season. And the Warriors and the Nuggets. First half was more Nugget stuff. Yeah, the Nuggets put up 70 points in the first half. It was 70 to 61 at half. 9-point game. Third quarter, Golden State started getting going, and they tied up the end of third quarter as we tied up at tied the fourth, but it was still tied in the fourth, and we gone to overtime. It was very highly contested. And Gordon, my word, yeah, he was unconscious. I don't know what the heck happened, but he just turned super. He turned to Clay Curry or Dirk Gordon, like he was Dirk Nowitzki mixed with Peja Stojakovic's son. I don't know what the fuck was going on with Aaron Gordon. What the fuck? Like he was Dirk Stojakovic or Peja Nowitzki or something. I don't know what the heck. He was Ryan Anderson. I don't know. It was a combination of those guys. He was just unbelievable. What the? But if you want to go in the shootout, you can't go out and shoot out with a Stephen Curry because that boy gonna shoot out your lights, boy. That man Curry, he had 42 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals in the block. 14, 25 field, 6 12 Curry. Like, he got to get it right. But who's had to get it right? Jimmy Buckets, 21.6. He had the big three. Curry had the big three to tie it and led to overtime. So that was clutch. Jimmy had 21.6 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. He was always money as well. And he hit the icer at the double OT. Stop trying to get a D. That's your thing, Brody. It's like, nah. It's like, come on, bro. You got to hit the night. It's like, no. That's your thing, bro. That's your thing. Like, man, I scored. I'll do it myself. He went to get the rebound and did it himself. That was funny. Funny point. Draymond Green, 13, 8 boards, 8 assists in the block. Buddy Hill, 11 points in the steal. Al Horford, 13 the block. Brandon Pozemski, 11 points and a steal. Yeah, I don't know why. I had struggled with that. But like I was saying, like Aaron Gordon, he had 50 piece. Yeah, I think he tied a couple guys. I think a couple guys. Like I think Wilt, somebody like that, or MJ. One of those guys. One of those scores, Bernard King, one of those guys. Most points. Most points since season debut. Points. On 17 of 21 shooting. 10 of 11 from 3. 6 of 6 from the throw. I was like, God damn. I was like, this man is unconscious. Like, get the fire department. Go. What the hell going stop chucking these things like he ain't nothing? Like, son, like, bruh. That was the real woof. Jamal Murray, 25 points, 10 3 21 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists, still on the block. Hey, we got to get all the stat sheets. Tim Hardaway, 10 and a steal. Shout out to him with the jam, though. Hey! And they got a good bag of Val. They need to improve their wings, though. I know they got. I'm sorry they played Strother. They was really high on him like last year. I'm not surprised on Pickett, but I'm a little surprised on Strother not getting a lot of burn. A little bit. I know Peyton Wise is there and he's in front. And I got Bruce too, but I was a little surprised they didn't play Strother and have him back up Murray. Yeah, because he seemed like he can back up Murray. I don't know. Man, what I'm saying. I don't know. But either way, ain't my team. All right, 5. We got a whole big stack of that. Bucks and Raptors in Toronto. They starting at 6:30. What the fuck y'all trying like baseball? Oh yeah, yeah. World Series. Understandable. Yo, Toronto probably pat as a mug down there. You had the Raptors and you got the Blue Jays. You ain't getting in that city and you ain't getting out of that city. Shit, you got to find like walk or something. I'm going to Bucks. Hawks and Magic. I'm going to Magic. Knicks and Celtics. They're gonna be on Amazon Prime. It's a little odd, but I'm going to Knickerbockers. Cavs and Nets. Cavs. Rockets and Pistons. Rockets. Grizzlies and Heat. Grizzlies. Pelicans and Spurs. Spurs. Mavs and Wiz. Ha! Mavs. I didn't mean to laugh, but I had to kick up and then cough at the same time. Weird noise. Timberwolves and Lakers. Wolves. Blazers and Warriors. Warriors. I know they're going to back to back, but still pick the Warriors. Jazz and Kings. I'm going to go with the Kings. Clippers and Suns. I'll go to Clippers. Yeah, I'll go to Clippers now because they're going to be back at home too. So we'll see how that goes. We'll talk Wrestle for a little bit because I'll just read the results and I'll just give you a few opinions on a couple things that stood out to me for this last week or two of wrestling. And I'll make my predictions for the pay-per-views coming up. Wait a minute. God dang it. Okay, Crown Jewel. Bronson beat Roman Reigns. Shock of the year. That was the shock of the year. If Max that went the challenger's way, that would have been shocking over the year. But this one right here takes the cake out of everything. Ended up being Bailey. Ain't no black. Sydney Vac, Tiffany Stratton, and there. Yay. I wish I was Tiffany. Superstar. I wish I was Triple H giving the reign to Stephanie. So I could be the one saying, "Will you marry my Saudi prince, my my Latina queen?" Say no, I'm joking, but yeah, for real. The Stephanie beat Tiffany, cool. That was a cool match. AJ and John Cena was cinema. They did a whole. They did all had a they had like an introduction for AJ. They had TNA. Well, they put total nonstop action. I was like, wow, what in the blue blazes? This would not happen on events. Like TNA being mentioned and acknowledged. But the whole match is cinema. I know they did a lot of their old rival stuff, which is cool. Everything was just wow. 10 stars, well 5 stars. Certified hood classic. Rhea Io defeated the Kabuki Warriors. Rhea hit the Riptide on Kyrie, and then Io get the win with the moonsault. Boom. And then Cody and Seth. Seth wins, but his goofy ass. Why did he try to do a diving headbutt like he quit Benoit or Dynamite Kid, and he did it with the Van Daminator? Like he had Cody hung up on the ropes on one side. He goes to the other side of the ring, and like Van Dam, he would do the Van Dam. He had the chair in the way, and he go coast to coast, board to board, and be like, "Bye, Van Dam, bam." Take 2 boosts to the chair, and then boom, your face gets you need a face full of chair, right? Why would you go shoulder first? And I could see on the contact that looked like it hurt. Cause he grabbed his shoulder. Me, it's like, yeah, that hurt, motherfucker. How'd you think it was gonna go down? You gotta think of gravity, momentum, elements, science, and velocity. I was either way. Why ain't think of that momentum? But for what we saw now and what people were saying how he was in a sling coming out the pay per view. Some people took pictures with him. He had a little sling on because he had a good shoulder. And on the Monday afterwards, Braun Breaker and demolish his rib cage again. Those savages put the champion on the injury list for now, and he cannot defend his title at the Saturday Night Event special, and that he had to put the title and Vacant's hands again. Vacant, you get another title reign. You get another title reign until Saturday main event, where we had to crown a new world champion. CM Punk still got the opportunity, but he had a big old 20-man battle royale who's going to be on the opposite side of him. And it is, of course, 4 letters, 1 word, yeet. Main event Jey Uso, of course. I'm surprised it's not LA Knight, but, yeet. Gotta get some name in there. Yeets. So we can finally put the belt back on Punk, right? Yeets. In that battle royal, Jimmy had to take a sacrifice fall for the family because I think he was dealing with. Let me go back to the names. So I wrote a lot of their freaking names down. There's a lot of freaking names. Ooh, that's not good for them either. It was. I think it was vying with AJ at one point. No, LA. It was LA Knight. It was vying with LA Knight, and both were like hang on the ropes, but kind of two on the outside and side. And Jay had to make kind of try to push LA, but I think Jimmy got in the way and he knocked down Jimmy too. And I was like, oh no, Yeats. And both of them go out. And Dom, he tried to slit his way, eliminate Jay, but Jay gets him out the ring and he wins. So we got a new one. We got that. We almost had a really interesting one. Upset almost. Maxine Dupree defeated Becky Lynch in a countout last time they went at it. The second time they went up this time. It was good. It was getting good. Becky was getting frustrated though at the end and just whacked her in the face with the title belt and said, no. It's time. It's my time. So that. And we got a brand new tag team change. Justin Day defending titles against AJ Lee and Dragon Lee. I say AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. We're calling Dragon Styles now because they're now the new tag team champions. Yay! AJ last year. At least he got a title now. I know he's with a luchador. Wait a minute. Does that mean AJ Styles in the LWO? Where is Rey Mysterio? I know he's got that leg injury, but where's the other two? Joaquin and Cruz. Where they at? They be everywhere. They be on Evolve. They be on NXT, but I don't be seeing them hang with Dragon Lee. Where they at? Selena alone. So they're about to do some spooky type of stuff. So let them have their spooky stuff. She kind of got removed from the LWO and by circumstance in a way. So where the other two? Where they at? Huh? Are they still a thing, or they just like disbanded? Like whatever. Either way, cool. Good for Dragon. Good for AJ. Shout out Dragon Lee staying around. Cause a lot of people was trying to get him to like dip because he ain't doing what he was doing AEW. I'm like, bro, he won't be doing anything AEW for real. At least it's with AJ Styles. What more can you not say about you with freaking AJ Styles? Like you're take that shit. NXT, they got their pay per view coming up, or this Saturday tomorrow. Damn. Well, for the ladies to determine the number one contender, and the winner of that one was our good old Taylor Ballard. She won the damn thing. Pooh, yay! Not Pooh, yay! But she going against JCJ. He's a fat bitch. I always remember that one. Wikipedia was just a dream. Dream? No, I don't know what he meant. I was like, huh? It just sounded weird just saying it. But that's for the NXT Women's title. I'm sorry, Tater Salad. JC James, sorry. If Tater wins, I'll be giddy as a horse. But no. Then we have the Broken Hearties, Brother Nero and Brother Matthew. The Deleters, yes. And they're taking on Dark State, and then a Broken Rules match for the tag titles. I wonder who Dark State will pick. I wonder. Dun dun dun. That's for real. Like, are you from Washington? Oh, are you from Washington State? Huh, they got one for Washington State and then one from Washington D.C. That's funny as heck. That is funny. That is a bit funny. Copeland. I would not guess that was his first name. That's a little funny. Copeland. Your last name Barbie. All right, that's funny. All right, but I got the Brother Hardys to retain the tag titles. We have Ethan Page versus El Hijo de Wagner Jr. Dr. Wagner Jr. A match I never would have expected to go down. The day of the dead match for the North American title. Ethan Page to retain. Javon Evans and Leon Slayer. Leon Slayer had a match against Stash where he won and he retained his X Division title. But they want to have some tag match. And Mr. Guan La Parka come out and they're like, hey, y'all want to have a match? We want to have one too. Let's have it at Hall We Have It. There you go. I'm going with Slater Evans. Slater Evans, man. Sweat it up. Zarya. She's doing a substitution for Miss Sol Ruka because she hurt her knee in the tag title match against Charlotte and Charlexa. That actually looked like it hurt when she did that little moonsault and she landed out. I said, ooh, that hurt. And goddamn, it was on the money. And Blake Monroe was there too. I was like, oh, hi Blake. And you should have been paying attention to Charlotte instead of Miss Monroe. That's my job. That's okay. So it's already gonna defend your title, you good. But I don't think so, baby cakes. I'm going with Blake. I can't deny it. And then Ricky Saints for the Trick Willie game. Ricky Saints, I'm sorry. We gotta get Trick ready for that main roster. It's about time we get him on that main roster. Like real shit. It's about time we gotta try. If not, but you got to. Let's talk about it. So that's actually true. So let's go. Let's talk about it. So let's go. AW. Let's go to their little. I watched some of their pay-per-view. There's other. I seen some parts and I watched other parts in different fashions. That's how cool I am. I'll just give you some of the results. God dang. Wrestle, there you go. I'll just give you the results and we'll go through that. Don't use. Just. God dang it. There you go. All right, we had the White Tee Combat Club versus Roddy and Conglomeration. The White Tees won it. Eddie and Hook faced the Frat House. Frat House is Cole Carter and Griff Garrison. Be some jobbers. Hardy Cameron, Will Nightingale defeated. Okay, that's an improvement in the name. The Top Gods. Megan Bain and Penelope Ford. That's a little bit of improvement. I forget what it was last time, but it was something not flattering. Something like that. I forget the damn name last time, but it was not. This is improvement on the name. Improvement on the name. And FTR and Jespy, they was going at it in the pre-show, but then the show spilled into the main show. They're still going at it for a few extra minutes, but until FTR got the win, thanks to Stokely Hathaway holding on Mike Bailey's stinky, crusty, infected ass foot. I hope he washes his hands out of this match. That's nasty work. He's been everywhere in the city. He's been in my city with them rancid feet, stinking up the joint, stinking up the airport. Bro, wear the shoes, man. They're shoes for a reason. And you had that shot in the bottom think it's gonna help. No, they ain't. It doesn't help. That don't help nothing. They help that one spot in there to protect it from the ground. They don't do you nothing else justice. No. Please pull on some shoes, bro. You where that $400 you got? You know you got 100K from that thing, right? Where the shoes went at? You supposed to invest in some shoes because you want that money in my city. Why you invest in the shoes? We just trying to help your feet out. We ain't trying to get you a tetanus shot. We had all your tetanus shots. We walking down all that foot like that. Anyway, let's go to this main show. Uh, everybody's banned from Ringside versus Jay Hater and Thekla, and Hater won with a Haterade, and we knocked that whole silly. Boom. Jurassic Express and the Young Bucks go at it. This is a cool little match. And Hater and Thekla was a hard hitting one too. I liked it. I gave that one $3. Jurassic Express and the Bucks, I gave it $3.75, and I gave an extra 75 cents because the Bucks lost. Thank you. And I'm glad that Jurassic Express is back together because first of all, we're losing tag teams. And second of all, I didn't think there was more you could do with what you could do with the Bucks and the Angles. So I figured you had to cut your loss now and get the boys back together before they go into obscurity. And it's a good time Luchasaurus come back too. Good for him. On the Hurt Business versus the Rico, Shane, and GOA. The man is, I'm not gonna call it the man. That sounds unimportant. But that is the Hurt Business gets the victory over the demand in the Tornado Trios match. Very good. I enjoyed the fight. We gave you 3.5, 350. Kyle Fletcher defending the TNT title against Mark Briscoe. The brain buster came back, fellas, and you know he had to give it for crazy ass Mark Briscoe. And Fletcher retains against him. $3.25. Chris Statlander fighting Thomas Tony Storr for the women's title. And if Statlander wins, very physical and intimidating. Mercedes Moné makes her statement saying, hey, I want the women's title since I got all these belts. I got like 12 of them things. Let me get 11 of them things. I want 12. And she's like, I'll put my title on the line. against whoever's the champ. And the open challenge was made by answered by Mina Shirakawa. Da-da-da-dee-da, da-da-da-da-da. We get another about for Monet. Let me get my money. Let me get our honey. Come on to me. That women's ROH, women's television championship. Bring that to Mercedes Monet. Let me get my shorty. Something for me to bring around the homies. We gotta get this money, yeah. Get this money, yeah. I'm sorry, you mean now you had to take that out. We had to get this money, yeah. We had to get this money, yeah. I had it locked out. We had to lock it in now. We had to get this money, yeah. Hey, I had to rock out for a little bit, but anyway, she had another belt to the collection, and Red Velvet. I like your Moxie girl. I like your Moxie. But you gonna need to prep up a lot if you want to take on the CEO. I'm just letting you know, Shorty. You're gonna need to do a lot of prepping. I mean a lot. I mean a lot. Cause this ain't no mere title anything. This is like the big goulash, the gay gabagool right here. This ain't no small town stuff. Another one I had the collection. Brodito versus Okada and Takashita for the tag titles. And of course, Okada got Fleur of the old lady. And of course, Okada looking jealous, because Takashita got that IWGP title. He's like, I held that title before. That looks so good. Yo, he was staring hard that time. I was like, oh, it looks so good. Ooh, I miss it. I miss it so bad. Yeah, I want that title. But, and of course, when it's getting hot, the Rainmaker was hit, and then Bandito pin Okada. Gasp. And he got a title shot for that on Wednesday. Just for that. So yeah, good one. I like it. Hangman and Joe. Hangman wins, but at the match, with mutual respect, looked like it's gonna happen. But then, I'll take your head off, Joe. I'll take your head off, kid. Get out of here. And they beat Joe and they beat Hangman down. Now they're the real ops. And Darby D and Moxley in an I Quit match, aka the crazy ass white boy match, what I call it. Cause good freaking grief. Fam, 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 fam. Like, I mean serious right now. Mox, this is definitely some crazy ass right here. Cause really, you put skewers under the fingernails? That is some next level torture. You looked us up type shit. Like you looked in history and said, how can I torture a man so badly with my hair hands in his hands? Put skewers in a man's fingers. What type of old ritualistic type of stuff are you looking at, sir? We need to watch this man's Tubi history. He must have seen something on that thing where he's like, I need to use this one in a match. We need to check it. We need to check his in there. No, I don't want to know his channel because it might be some crazy stuff we don't need to know. Darby, he sprayed Moss with some lighter fluid in the face and all the body, and like he had a Molotov cocktail trying to set him on fire. But luckily, he couldn't ignite that flame because it would have been, I don't know, it's crazy ass stuff right there. But Mox, in that bag, there was a taser. Now, a new weapon alert. That's a new weapon alert. Now, I've seen it. Probably happens all over in the CW deathmatch scene, but I never seen taser. And he's ready to tase Darby. It was a little tug and pull, but a low above Marina gets him tased in the gut. And then And then Clark was throws Darby onto the table too. And then they death riding through the table, the little paradigm shift thing. Blah. So there's like he's like, I ain't quitting, I'm still down, I'm still here, I'm still standing. So he's like, damn it, kid, I don't have to do this, but I'm about to do this to you. So they get a tank and they get I don't know why they call it I don't know why they call it a crane, but they did a tank and a little and they put water in the little clear tank. I'm like, what are they about? I'm like, are you serious? You ready to It's about to go swimming. Come on, you need a bigger one than that. Like, are you about to take this man swimming or something? This man is small, but he ain't that small. Come on. What you gonna have a soap session in there? Come on, you gonna put your feet in there? No, you put his face in there. He's national television on pay per view. You have to pay to see this? I'm glad I ain't paying to see this. You out your mind? Like drowning? Really? Nah, I don't like, I don't know. Hangman with the little drinking the blood and or the syringe in the lip. Those probably the top three grossest things AEW's probably done. This probably was number three. Yeah, that's probably number three right here out of this. But the lights go out. Gas. What's happening? And I was like, no freaking way. It's Sting. And just as I said, it's Sting. I was like, Sting! You gotta save yourself, fam. You gotta save yourself from this evil dude where he's trying to drown your son. Save your son, Sting. This is the right appropriate moment. And he's there with the bat. He got the little grave flat little. I'm like, okay, man. Like, you let the little thing grow out a little bit. Not the head, but the little goatee joint. He got the bag, he choking choking Knox for a second. He gets the white tees out of there, boom, 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 get him out of there, boom, boom, crack him in the back. And then Marine gets in his face and he's like, what are you gonna do about it? Where? And he's like, man, I ain't got time for this. Carry her out the wing, like, bye bye. We'll see you later. Die, well, bye. Bug off. Bug off. But we'll see you later. And Darby, with the power of Sting, momentum, he does all the Sting archetype, the Scorpion Deathlock. We get the and the Stinger and the little sharpshooter, and he's with the AEW flag around his neck. He says, "I quit," and Darby wins. The power of Sting. Papa Sting and his son Darby, they got the connection. That's your son. You had to save him. Good job, Sting. Good job. We'll do Cold Face of Dynamite. Okada won, of course. We have a women's tag title tournament, and it'll be between 8 teams. I hate the teams are so little, but whatever. We'll work with that. Queen Outnine, Jane Hayter. They want a 4-way between themselves, Megan Bain, Willow Nightingale, Holly Cameron, Julian Sky Blue, to determine who will be the first team in the first round, and they decided to choose Julian Scott because they're annoying sisters of sin, so they go first in the first round. Willow and Harley will first Mercedes and Athena. Windsor and Riho face Tony and Mina, and TJ versus Bane and Ford. I'm surprised. I don't know. He could have done a little more extra teams, but whatever. 12. How about, they got 16. They could have done 6. You know what I was missing? 16 tournaments. We're on a 16. I hate this little 8 little shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Why can't it be 16? You know what I'm saying? I miss those. We can't have a big old tournament. Wrestling. You can get away with that in sports because it's playoffs and all that stuff. But 16 needs to be the minimum in the first round quarterfinal. That's my thing in wrestling. Mercedes Monet's big mini Monet ruins starts the party against Renee to dance, and then Mini Monet and Big Monet, they both eat cake. Thanks to Harley and Chris. Who would have thought that'd be the case? And the conglomeration give me Friends vibes with that little that fucking Mitchell video. That's funny as hell. Oh, that was funny. And that's my ending. Be well, stay safe, survive in advance, and just dance. It'll be okay.